It has been one whole year since I made my very first video, The Quiet Kid in a Chaotic School, and to celebrate this occasion, I want to bring this topic up again. After all, there is a reason as to why I did this topic first out of all the other ones. Yeah, it's because high school was the only thing that has affected me in a lot of ways, and this is one of them. Because I think that when it comes to any school, everyone always fits into a certain category. There's popular kids, nerds, jocks, loud kids, you get the gist. What category did I fit in? Well, surprise, surprise, I'm still the quiet kid. Yeah, I'm still here. Apparently, I am still in this position of shyness and quietness, hopelessly desperate for someone to reach out to me and become friends with them. Let's be real, it hasn't really happened. But I don't want to get too carried away. Let's go back to the very beginning, in my pre-high school years. I'm referring to my happier era known as elementary school. During those years, I definitely was still a very shy and quiet kid, but as years progressed, I eventually started making positive connections and making friends with a lot of people. I've been able to hang out with them, text them, have fun, and create awesome memories. And those memories didn't feel like memories until the final day of elementary school, the day I lost connection with them. Every single one of them was gone. But back then, I just decided to put the past behind me and start a new beginning in high school. I had high expectations because I thought it would be a great opportunity for me to look out and make new friends. Unfortunately, that is nothing of what happened. Now, I'd hoped that those friends could have gone to the same school as me. During that time, there were a lot of classmates that I had in elementary school that I didn't like, and I wanted to get away from them by going to an entirely different school, but that would mean that I'd be leaving all of my friends there. I didn't think much of it before, but let's just say it was a huge mistake. At the beginning of high school, I had no friends to talk to. A lot of my classmates already had friends in elementary school, but unfortunately, I didn't, which made making friends so much harder. Not only did I realize how much of a shy coward I was, everyone was already in large packs who were able to easily talk to each other. My shyness made it impossible for me to talk to others, and it went on entirely for the first 2 years of high school. I hardly knew anybody. It wasn't until the third year, because I actually started making friends-ish at that point. I mean, I could now talk to some people a bit more than I used to, but it's not that great. Better, but not great. My junior high year felt like a sequel to my sophomore year, except it was a crappy sequel. I still kinda had the friends to talk to, but I was still silencing myself away from others. That year felt so empty. And where am I now? I'm almost a senior in high school, and I gotta say, high school was the most awful, lonely, awkward time of my life. I cannot believe how I was able to tolerate this place, and after years of self-consciousness and humility, I'm almost in my final year of high school. Lord, please save me. And that basically summarizes my entire life in high school, none other than being so quiet and alone in a school full of rapscallions. I'll be honest, it's my classmates that were the problem. Because of their perspective and energy that I saw them in, it made it harder for me to fit in. To me, everyone was always so energetic and seemed to enjoy their time here, being the most obnoxious adolescents that they are. You know, I look at the posts and photos that my classmates upload on social media and see them having the time of their lives, and I'm just at home thinking, wow, I should go out more, but at the same time, I don't see a purpose to leave my home. I just wanted to find at least a few sane people in this school who felt a lot more calm, relaxed, and focused, which is what I looked for in a friend. To my surprise, it didn't seem like anyone fit in that spot. Literally everyone in this school felt exactly the same, all conveying the same interests and personalities, and it looked like everyone could relate with each other better. Except for me. It felt like this entire school revolved around sports. Every single thing about this school. All they cared about was sports, sports, and more sports. I'm personally not a fan of them, but there have been pep rallies that are mandatory for the school to watch, which I absolutely hate. If I'm forced to embark on other people's sporting events, then people should be forced to watch me draw for an hour. It only seems fair. Okay, but on a serious note, high school has made me think very low of myself, thinking that I wasn't good enough, or I didn't feel important in the eyes of anyone. If I die today, none of my classmates will notice tomorrow. I just felt that forgettable of a person, and because of the negativity I saw in me, I began having low self-esteem, thinking that I'm useless and no one cares about me. Right now, I'm scrapping the whole idea of trying to make friends and looking beyond this point of my life, because I have lots to look forward to after high school. This place has completely ruined my confidence and self-worth, and I regret ever thinking that abandoning my elementary friends was worth it, because it wasn't. But even as time passes by, I will always have the title as the quiet kid. Wait! Wait! I'm not done yet. Get this out of here. It's all old to me anyway. There's still something I want to do. Since I'm talking about the same topic 1 year later, I thought of reacting to the very first video and giving my thoughts on it, just to see what myself thought 1 year ago in regards to this topic. Let's go. For the record, I have not seen this video in a long time. It's been many months since I've seen this. Why I wanted to do this is because I just wanted to look back and see where I started, especially since it's been 1 year since I've started making videos, and I honestly hope I don't cringe at it, although I probably will. Anyway, let's start. I think that when it comes to any school, everyone always fits into a certain category. There's popular kids, nerds, jocks, loud kids, you get the gist. What category? Ugh. We're just starting and I'm already cringing. Oh my god. My art style looks so different back then. Oh, by the way, fun fact. Technically, the first line that I said in this video wasn't actually the original first line. If you look at the script of the video that I did, it still has the original line. It says, it's summer break, so what does that mean? Heat wave. Then back to school. The reason why this line was cut out from the original video was I started writing this in mid-August. I was worried that it would be like in September by the time I uploaded this, and I felt like it would be completely irrelevant, so I had to scrap the idea. So technically, this is the very first line that I ever said, but I scrapped it entirely. I was the quiet kid. The lonely, quiet kid who couldn't speak up at all. Having this quality has made my high school experience a lot less fun. Still do. Even though I'm way more comfortable sitting alone without any interaction, part of me wants that feeling of close friendship. I'm trying my best to push myself out of my comfort zone, but outside that comfort zone holds questionable experiences because everyone is just so strange. Ew! Oh my gosh, my art sucks. Oh my gosh. To be completely honest, I don't really push myself out of my comfort zone. I mean, I have a few times, and I regretted it, and I've never wanted to do it again. This is still completely relevant 1 year later, so far. To be fair, in elementary school, I used to be just like that because everyone was like that. I won't lie, elementary school to me feels like what most high schoolers feel like now. It's just nothing but chaos. I, however, do wish that I still had at least some elementary school friends to go to the same high school as me, but it didn't happen. So I was all alone in a new place with complete strangers and had difficulties talking to anyone. Well, you see, like I said earlier in this video, I wanted to make new friends and kind of get past a lot of people in elementary school that I didn't like, but I didn't realize that there would be many other consequences to that. And now that I'm at this point, there's nothing else I could really do about it, so... Since my parents were all... Oh my gosh, look at the way I drew my parents! This is the first time I've ever actually drawn them before. Keep in mind that when I was thinking of how I wanted to draw them, I never had any specific ideas in mind. I kind of just went off the top of my head and kind of just went there. The more I started to draw them, the better I got at it. Wow, this is very different than what they look like now. They tell me, you don't need many friends, but you need to find friends that will always be there for you. You see, I am taking their advice, but am I finding any friends who are willingly wanting to hang out with a loner like me? Hardly. Yep, still true to this day. And yeah, they're definitely right. I should find friends that are more genuine and would actually want to be friends with me, but it's so hard to find that right person when you're not really talking to them in the first place. I just felt like I didn't fit in, because everyone was into TikTok and the latest news. Ah, fitting in, a very common line that I used for a lot of things. Not fitting in, that's literally my entire high school life in a nutshell. That's literally it in a sentence. And also, yes, I hate TikTok. I still do. Me, I just watch YouTube, draw, and play video games for 24 hours straight. Back then, in my older videos, I used to play different background music and sound effects throughout my videos. I used to do that because I thought it would give the video a bit more interesting sound to it, but I decided to stop doing that in my more recent videos, if you haven't noticed. The reason why I stopped doing that is because it just felt completely unnecessary, and also it just takes way too long to do it. So I feel like it's a lot better without the sound effects. What do I mean by questionable experiences because everyone was just so strange? Questionable experiences because everyone is just so strange. Oh my gosh, the flashback. I remember doing that for the first time and thinking it was such a good idea. I feel like it's kind of unnecessary for me to do that because this is literally a 5-minute video, so I don't know why I really need to do that, but okay. During lunchtime, I'm always hanging out with a certain group of people all the time. And let me tell you, I wish I never heard most of these things. I can pay attention to little things more than the big things. As an example, if I'm looking at a painting, I don't pay most of my attention to what the whole painting conveys. I pay more attention to how the painting was conveyed. If I look at the little details, I can see how the artist was able to create the full picture rather than just taking a quick glance at it, and care more about what I saw first. But back to the original topic, I'll always
Oh my gosh. Wow, derailing the entire topic and putting it into the final script. You see, when I write scripts to videos, it's mostly spontaneous. Usually when I write them, I just think of an idea, think of other sub-ideas that I can put in after, and then 99% of what I write in the script is all completely off the top of my head. And a lot of the time, I ramble, and I end up talking about something that is completely unnecessary. And usually I would just end up deleting it and then replacing it, but this time I actually put it in. Wow. Okay.
What topics do I hear the most and disgust me in many ways? There are things like homophobia/homosexuality jokes.
Yes, very true. They still do that, and I never understand why they do it. They always constantly talk about that type of topic.
Explicit material like sexual activity.
Yep, and basically stuff like that. I mean, I guess this is around the time where people start developing these types of feelings. I just don't like hearing this type of stuff. It makes me uncomfortable. I feel like if I were to actually have to talk to someone about this kind of thing, I would hope that those people could actually take me seriously, which is why I usually don't talk about it, because I feel like it's something that no one can take seriously, when I feel like it's something that should be taken seriously.
And jokes about races, like emphasizing the differences between black people and the rest of the world.
Yeah, there's like very few non-Canadians in my high school, and sometimes they really emphasize that, which is, again, so unnecessary. Why do you do this?
I don't get it at all. Why are people making
Same.
jokes about hating gay people yet act gay at the same time like it's funny? It isn't.
You know what's funny? I was actually hanging out with those group of friends one time, and one of them actually asked me, "Do you hate gay people?" And then I just answered, "Why should I?" And then they just answered, "Because it's fun." Yeah, that's not a very good answer, to be honest.
And not to be stereotypical or anything, but I can easily demonstrate how each of my classmates act and are like based on my observation through this pie chart. For the guys, 60% of them are jocks. They're athletic, obnoxious, and PE pretty much sums up what they're good at.
I'm not joking. Most of them are athletic. I feel like this school that I am in, all they care about is sports. And I'm not lying. It really is the only thing people care about in this school. And I don't like it because I'm not really into sports myself. Hold on a second. I'm going to get my yearbook and I'm going to show you how much this school cares about sports. I have my yearbook with me right now. I'm going to go scroll through how much there is about sports in this yearbook, just to prove my point. And here's how many clubs there are.
Cross country, track and field, grade A football, junior football, senior football, grade A volleyball, junior volleyball, senior volleyball, swim team, curling, grade A boys basketball, junior boys basketball, senior boys basketball, grade A girls basketball, junior girls basketball, senior girls basketball, golf, junior lacrosse, senior lacrosse, women's lacrosse, rugby, wrestling, grade A ultimate, senior ultimate, junior soccer, senior soccer.
That's all. Look at that. I don't know how many that was, but it's too many.
Percent are the annoying ones. They may or may not be good at PE, but most likely are. But regardless, they always talk during class when they're not supposed to, and are
talking during class when they're not supposed to. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. I hate it when I hear this distinct mumbling behind me, and it's just people talking over and over again. Honestly, I'm surprised teachers are able to tolerate that, because I can't even tolerate it. The 30% annoying people basically fit into the jock category, but they're more dominant and annoying.
downright ignorant. I would lose my mind if I had to spend a night with these people. And the last 10% are the normal/quiet ones.
These people are rare, okay? I'd say out of all the males in my high school, there's only like 4 or so that are actually pretty normal. It's not common finding guys like that. So if you're a guy that is not in the 90% jock or annoying, then I appreciate you.
35% of them are athletic. Despite what they are as a person, they're really good at sports, and are mainly known for being good at sports.
Surprisingly, a lot of them are athletic. There's surprisingly a lot more athletic girls than I thought there were. Actually, that's not really a surprise.
50% of them are pretty casual, but are incredibly TikTok obsessive.
TikTok needs to be banned. Just ban it. Ban all of it. I don't want it here anymore, okay? Throughout the several years that TikTok has been alive, I have never opened it at all. And I hope none of you do it either.
I think we can all agree that TikTok is terrible and should be removed from the internet. I would
Agreed.
never hang out with these people because TikTok is a gateway to losing brain cells, and I want to make it through high school with at least as much brain power as I had since I came here.
High school is
The last
making me lose
50%
brain
are the
cells.
normal ones. Now these people are probably the
The
only
clap.
people I'd be able to make friends with realistically, because they're pretty general and care a lot more about school than anything. Just like me. Most of my friends that I've made in school, even in elementary, most of the friends that I've made were girls.
Very true, actually. Even in high school, most of the people that I talk to, they're mostly female, which is pretty common for me. Even in elementary school, it's always been that way, because girls are better. Changed my mind.
I used to have a group of male friends and female friends, and who did I rather spend my time with? The female friends, because they're more tolerable and are more enjoyable to hang out with.
Obviously, I don't speak on behalf of every single female in this world. A lot of them are just as bad as a lot of the guys in this world. So, again, I'm not trying to be stereotypical here.
Although I'm happy to at least have made some connections with my classmates.
Some connections with my classmates, giving a slightly happier conclusion here. Realistically, though, I did kind of start making more connections with my classmates, but it's not really strong enough to really consider them as friends. I'd probably consider them as acquaintances rather than friends, because I talk to them sometimes, but I don't really hang out with them a lot to really consider them friends. And usually when I'm in the same group as them, I don't really talk much, I just listen. And I get a little self-conscious about it because I feel like I'm not talking enough. But then again, if I do it enough times, people will think it's normal.
I do hope that that continues in the future, as it'll definitely boost my confidence, and I wish to achieve more of that in time ahead of me.
1 year later, still no confidence.
But no matter what I say, I'll forever be labeled as the quiet kid.
Alright, and that's it. Wow, that was hard to watch. Anyway, that was really interesting. It's nice listening to what I said 1 year ago. What I like about looking at this video again is that it really shows how much I've changed in 1 year, based on what I've said, because, I mean, a lot of the stuff that I said here I still agree with, but it's kind of surprising to see the way I wrote it down. But also not just plot-wise, but also art-wise. My art was awful back then. Honestly, I thought my art was good when I made this video. I'm not saying that anymore, because it's definitely not true. But anyways, that was really fun to watch, but also really cringy at the same time. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!